Check it out, everyone. Welcome back to Brookhaven, and today we're going to be talking about offices. Yes, you heard what I just said, offices. And what I mean about those, I'm talking about these places over here having a change. What will it be? Well, you have to watch to find out. Remember to watch to the end. Comment, like, and share. Show this to all your friends. Because we're going to be talking about some crazy stuff today. A lot of remodel-related stuff. Maybe a house. We shall see. But to start out with, I'm talking about specifically this place right up here. So if you guys didn't know, this is the office area for, like, Brookhaven currently. Okay? So there's multiple things I can see happening right now. Oh, let's listen up, okay? So what we got here is that we might get a situation where you see how we can currently switch each of these like as is. What if, this is in the remodel section by the way, we got more we're going to be talking about, so keep going. So over here, we got ourselves we'll have a bunch of different selections, separate offices where you can have this situation going on still. They'll have something very similar to this, maybe a little bit different. And then from there, we will have a single office, which is completely different. Maybe with a little, like I guess, boss's room. And then they'll have little cubicles. Open concept, which have just a bunch of like computers next to each other, because it's like newy. And that's what I'm thinking about for this. So we have a bunch of new building stuff coming in and stuff like that if it was to happen. And by the way, guys, remember this is a theory. This is actually based after one of the ads we get on the back of these. So I'm going to make that very clear to you because it could be telling us that that might be one of the next things coming. And I thought about it later on after I was originally thinking like, no, that's not going to be one. And no, this isn't one of them. That's about the theater one I talked about that the other day. And it looks like someone got a score. Congratulations to them. That's very big. I didn't realize it was that big. But yes, back to the offices. Currently, this is what it looks like. So my theory is there's another option. What if this whole section right here is moved to another spot altogether, allowing for, again, the future club update to be able to have more of an expansion. So if they do a larger update for the next one and it's club related, they can also be moving the offices to another location so the club can have all of this up here. For all we know, the office can move it down here. Who knows? But another option is this. So there's actually two that you guys didn't realize. So you see right here how we have this random tree. What if they got rid of that random tree and they added a little office building right here? The office building would be about, let's say, one to maybe three of these. Maybe it'd have a basement too. Who knows? But they would get rid of the tree and they'll make it basically one of the floors be that. And then another floor would be like the base level. Then we have the offices and the management level. So the management level will have like office rooms. Maybe the second floor will be changeable or something like that. Who knows? We'll see. But as you realize, we have this right here. It would still be here, but also give you access to the second floor because it's the office building, so food, office, it makes sense, right? So you're probably saying, Darzeth, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do something that dramatic and change it. Well, guess what, guys? If you didn't know this already, this over here wasn't always like this. And actually, over in the grocery store, the same exact way. I'll go over there very shortly, but this wasn't always here. So there used to be a larger area over here, a tree, whatever. It had a tree too. So this wasn't like that. And also, this over here where the grocery store is wasn't like this either. Next to the grocery store, it actually had a little parking area right down here. It didn't go out this far. And I think the tree was a little bit different. This tree does look a lot different than I remember. But you see what I'm trying to say? They have expanded before. So there's no reason why they couldn't do it now. So by doing that, we'll get a larger office. Maybe it'll be all changeable except for the first floor. But they'll probably still have something like this in it. Maybe they'll keep this here. Maybe this will be the secondary office. But you see what I'm trying to say? It would work. It would be able to go right here. They just have to move the oak sign like they did with the other one, which would probably go like right around here, probably one of the edges or something. I'm not sure. One of the things like that. But yeah, it would totally fit right here. Like nothing stopping it from fitting. For all we know, maybe they're going to extend out and add more apartments over here and have office buildings on the bottom. Who knows? Because this would actually be able to flip over here and fit. But the thing is, like, the other part would be sticking out on this side. So maybe that wouldn't work. But yeah, office building could fit right here. But also, there are still other spots that are kind of usable. Not gonna lie to you guys. First of all, we got an office spot that office building would work right here. So that's strong. What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? So office building could fit right over here. It would fit very nicely. But that's if they wanted to put one there. Again, with the camping idea, they could put one over there. But remember, a lot of this stuff involves moving things that already exist and remodeling it, or leaving a spot empty and with nothing in it for a little while. Kind of like how they have the empty RP set for this one, but that one works. But yeah, what would they need to do if they, for this situation, if they was going where the campground was, campground gets lifted, office gets put down, and we just don't have this campground for a little while. Basically, that's what would happen. But then we'll also have that empty spot over there. So no matter what situation I bring up, we will have a empty spot above that spot. So either we're going to get 2 remodels in one or just one. So here is the next option. And there is a truck underwater. That is happening right now. Yeah, you're seeing that. Okay, well, either way, the next option is actually getting a house that is considered a office building. So this would allow them to keep that down there as long as they want, maybe permanently. It's their choice. Maybe that's part of the contract. They're not allowed to change anything down there. But either way, so I'm going to pull up this place as the best example for the offices. But basically, if they gave us the ability to become an office, like with, oh, they got the gun. Check that out. Oh, they both do. Sweet. Oh, and that guy just drops in like that. Okay, cool. So if we were to get offices, they would kind of not like this out here, but like back here, it would kind of look like this. Not like that. But like, this would be like the open concept version of the office, I guess you want to say. But then if we switch it to like, say, I think the fire department has a good example. We're going to switch to this one. Yeah, see how these have like cubicles like this? It'll give us options like that, like different versions of the same thing. Like, these are cubicles. You know, open concept. Then on the management floor, the same exact thing. We can actually show you an example of the management as well. Pretty cool, right? But yeah, you see how we have like a management office over here? It would work. But obviously in the office situation, you would have more rooms for more options and stuff like that. And then one option will probably be like a office that also has a manufacturing floor. So you'll get that as the option as well. Maybe the second floor manufacturing and the next floor will just be management and stuff like that. But you see what I'm trying to say? It works. Okay, so we'll also load in a military. I don't know if this one's gonna be the same or not. I don't know. Oh, why is it slowly loading in? Oh my gosh, big office. And then open concept right there. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So you see, like what I'm trying to say, like this is a possibility of them adding this in. I'm just showing you examples of what it'll look like so you can get the idea. Or if Voltex wasn't sure what they wanted to look like, now you got a better idea. And also, this right here is another great example. So this is the RP one. So it's kind of like a possible office example. So this right here is a meeting room. See how this is big? Think of this as the top floor where management level is. What if they had a meeting room that kind of looked like this? See, it would be a lot smaller, or maybe you can switch it into a meeting room, or maybe it'll be 2 rooms, like secretary, then meeting room, or secretary, office, manager, and then meeting room. Who knows how it will look? But you see what I'm trying to say? It'll be like maybe half the size, I'm assuming. So it'll be like, instead of having these last 2 spots, it'll be right there. It'll be going up to the door probably. But you see, they have all the building blocks to make an office building. They can literally expand it out, add that in, and then you have more room for a larger club. Like, I honestly feel like having a larger club will make it so much better. And to be fair, I'm not going to lie to you, them releasing both of those remodels just as is would be great. And I'm sure everyone will be super duper excited to gain a new club and also a brand new office that attaches to this right over here. So it would work out very nicely, and it fits. It would literally fit right here. They can literally fit one more of these right here, and it can just literally be offices. Where the second floor could be a switchable version of an office, like I just said, open, closed, different types of concepts, and there we go. That would add something onto the building. Then after that, they can work on doing the arcade, the hair and nail. You know what I'm trying to say? There are so many possibilities because this next remodel could be pretty big. Because remember, the Easter event technically didn't give us anything, so they're probably going to want to make up for that as well. I just want to make that very clear. Like, the Easter event was probably something they had set up and ready to go. Maybe not, because they probably took their time with it. But in that time, they probably worked on more than one update. And since they didn't get a release of anything new in this update in particular, other than the lights and whatnot, they would probably want to give us something new over here. I'm just going to say that right now. Double remodel. Yes, please. I know you guys would be excited about that, because I would be excited about it as well. But yes, guys, I think that's an idea. This is a theory. This is just talking about stuff what some people were talking about. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for being here. Comment, like, and share, and show this to all your friends. Until next time, until we meet again, thank you all for watching, and bye. Talk to you later. See you later. Bye-bye. You're still here? Thank you. If you are, go watch another video. Thank you. Bye. Bye.